Hello my dear students, welcome. Today we will start with our second chapter, that is parallel lines and transversal. Very interesting chapter. You don't have to remember any formulas, easy figures, and then we will learn. Okay, so get started. What are parallel lines? Let us discuss what are parallel lines. Parallel lines are any two lines in a plane. Now plane, what is plane? Plane means any given surface. Now for me, this board is my plane. For you, your book page. Your page is your plane. A school blackboard is our plane. So plane can't be described, but it is a surface which we take to draw the geometrical figures. What are parallel lines? Lines which do not intersect each other and they lie in the same plane. So lines which lie in the same plane but don't intersect with each other are called as parallel lines. So how it looks like? Consider these are two lines. Both the lines are lying in the same plane and they don't intersect each other. These two lines, they will never meet. This is extending from this end, this line extends from this end, extends from the other end, but they are never going to meet each other. So this lines which lie in the same plane and do not intersect each other are called parallel lines. Okay, you have to write in your book, draw the figure. Okay, so first line, let us name this line as line L, small letter L, and this as M. Now to show that these two lines are parallel, what is the symbol? We will write line L parallel to parallel symbol line M, and below that you will write the explanation. The lines lying in the same plane and do not intersect each other. Most important word. Lines which lie in the same plane and do not intersect each other are called parallel lines. You write are called parallel lines. I don't have space, so I wrote are parallel lines. After going through parallel lines, now let us discuss about transversal. So next subheading you will give transversal. Understand first. Suppose you have two lines, okay? I am not talking about parallel lines, any two lines. So I will take two lines which looks like this. Now these two lines, are they parallel lines? No, they will meet each other, right? If you extend it, this line will obviously cut this line. So these two lines are not parallel lines. Let us consider any two lines and there is a third line which cuts these two lines. You have a line. If a line intersects given two lines, okay, first we had these two lines. If a line intersects the given two lines in two distinct points, so when this third line came, it intersected these two lines in these 2 points. So first point is this one and the second point is this one. So this line which is intersecting the given two lines in two distinct points, now this point I'll highlight. I'll give it as A and this point I'll name it as B. Such a line is called as transversal. I repeat, if a line means this line. So this line I'll name it as line L. Let this be line L. Let this be M and this be line N. Line L intersected line M and line N at two distinct points A and B. In such a case, line L is called as transversal. Line L is down. Line L is the transversal. After going through parallel lines and transversal, now we will talk about angles made by transversal. So let us take two lines. Again I will draw two lines. Okay. These two are not parallel lines, they are intersecting lines. Now we have a transversal. A transversal is a line which intersects given two lines, no? One transversal way. When you have two lines and a transversal, we can see that many angles are formed here. Lot of angles. Few angles may be obtuse angle, few angles may be acute angle. Like that, many types of angles are formed. Let us count how many angles are formed when a transversal intersects two given lines. Let us check. I'll highlight it. Let us see. See, this is one angle, angle number 1. Just beside that you have one more angle. This is angle number 2. Okay, angles which are adjacent to each other. Adjacent angle. Neighbors. They have this common arm, no? So they both are neighboring angles or adjacent angles. So two angles we got. Then again if you look down, this angle. See, this angle again. So this I'll give as number 3. Similarly, adjacent, you have this angle, angle 4. Then we have one angle here. Then we have one angle here. But before that we have an angle this side. Then we have an angle this side. This I'll give it as angle number 5. The neighbor, angle number 6. That is this angle. Then we have angle number 7. This angle looks like this. Then its neighbor we have here angle number 8. So when our transversal intersects two given lines, how many angles are formed? You saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 angles are formed when a transversal intersects two given lines. Got it? For that, there are 8 angles formed when a transversal intersects two given lines. These 8 angles, can be grouped into various types. They are grouped as these angles are given certain names. There are different types of angle. Let us see these types of angle. Okay, so let us understand the first type of angle which is formed, which are called as corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are the angles which are of this type, that is angle ABC and angle BEF. So if I highlight these angle ABC, I'll draw it separately here. ABC is this angle, ABC, and angle BEF. So starting from B, BEF. So these two types of angle are called as corresponding angle. Now to make it easier, I'll tell you, you have to remember the letter F. Means, see, you can see an inverted F, no? That is this way. Corresponding angles can come this way. Corresponding angles can come this way. Corresponding angles can come this way. Okay? It can come this way. Again, an F letter is formed. So like that you remember corresponding angles. Easy to remember them. So which are the other F's in this figure? Yes, if I go to the opposite side, angle ABD and angle BEG. See, angle ABD is this way, angle BEG is this way. Both are making a F letter. So it is, such type of angles are called as corresponding angles. Okay, so we got our first pair. Let me write it down. Corresponding angles are, you also write with me, angle ABC and angle ABC, and you have to start with BEF. These both are corresponding angles. Second pair, we went to the adjacent side. No, that is ABD, angle ABD and BEG. BEG. Both are making F shape. The same way you can see an F here. See, F. This is clearly an F. Okay, you can see here. So you will start with CBE, angle CBE, and to complete the F, CBE means this way. Now to complete the F, look, this much part is remaining, no? So CBE and FEH. Third pair, angle CBE and angle FEH. Both are corresponding angles. look onto the other side now. Here you can see the F clearly. Start with the DBE and GEH. DBE angle, DBE and GEH. GEH. So these all are the corresponding angles that we got from this figure. So remember the letter F for corresponding angles. First time you may feel little difficult, but as you solve it more with practice, easily you will be able to identify the corresponding angles. Now for this figure, let us find out the corresponding angles. Remember corresponding angles? This F letter, this way it can come this way, it can come this way. Okay. Similarly, look at the figure and find out. I will start with the first angle. You tell me the pair. If I say angle LMN, what will come in this box? Which is the other pair? LMN you will locate. LMN is here. LMN looks like this, right? LMN. To complete the F letter, you want this much remaining part. So now you will start with M, R, Q. LMN and M, R, Q. Are they making an F shape? Yes. Now these two angles are corresponding angles. Now similarly, we will go on to the adjacent side. Easy now. LMO, the pair will be MRP. So simple. LMO angle and the pair will be LMO is this way, so its shape is this way. To complete the F, you will go this way. So you will start again with this point, that is MRP. It is somewhat going this way. Again an F shape, F letter. So MRP. So the pair is MRP. Corresponding angles clear. Now let us come down. So these two I will remove the markings. Now see, we will start with N. NMR. NMR looks like this. So to complete the F, you need this part. NMR and QRS. This one and this one. So the next pair is NMR angle and angle QRS. Both are corresponding angles. So once you got NMR and QRS, these two angles, now you look onto the adjacent side. The adjacent angle is OMR and PRS. OMR and angle PRS. These are also corresponding angles. So I think you are okay with the corresponding angles. Now let us learn the next type of angles. This type of angles, they are called as alternate angles. Very easy to learn. For alternate angles, you will remember the letter Z. Okay, this way Z or the other way Z. You will remember the alphabet, the letter Z. So just to look at the Z here, can you locate Z? Let me take the first one, the second one you will be able to see. SMN, okay, SMN, I will highlight that. SMN. So where is the remaining part of Z? SMN is this way. So I am talking about this angle. To make it Z, this much part is remaining. No. So MNR. SMN. I will draw it separately here. SMN. So this is SMN. And the remaining you will start with MNR. Are you getting a Z shape? So these two angles are called as alternate angles. They are interior alternate angles. Now what is exterior? That we will discuss in some time. So one pair of alternate angles I got. Write it as interior alternate angles. Alternate angles. Which are the pair of interior alternate angles? Once again I will write SMN, angle SMN and angle MNR. MNR. Similarly, you can see a Z on the adjacent side, that is, I'll start with TMN. TMN this way. To complete the Z, now we need this much part. So which is that angle here? Angle is always 3-letter name or 1 letter. But here we will use 3-letter names. Okay. So if this is TMN, then this part how will you name? We will start with MN. What is here? P. These are the second pair of interior alternate angles. Z shape it should make. TMN, angle TMN, and angle MNP. MNP. Okay, so we had discussed about interior alternate angle. Any other Z can you see? Any other Z can be formed? No. So we saw that how many pairs of corresponding angles you got? 4 pairs. How many pairs of interior alternate angles you have? Only 2 pairs. Now we will talk about exterior alternate angles. Exterior alternate angles. Always remember, the arms of angles for alternate angles will be on the opposite side of the transversal. Means if one angle is here, then the other angle will be on the opposite side. So exterior alternate angle is very easy. That is, if I take this angle, that is AMT, then the opposite, the other should be on the other side of the transversal. That is, opposite is this one, PMQ. These both are exterior alternate angles. Exterior alternate angles. So first pair, AMT, angle AMT, and angle AMT this side. So now you will not look at the same side. You will look at the opposite side. One here, one there. Okay, so here, so this angle is PNQ. Angle PNQ. Similarly, you tell me the second pair. One will be here, this side. So its opposite will be this side, no? So this one angle I gave star mark. These two same marks I give. Whereas this angle and this angle are alternate angles. Name it AMS, angle AMS, and angle RNQ. RNQ. Remember, for alternate angle, the arms of the angle will be on the opposite side of the transversal. One is in this side of the transversal, other is on the opposite side of the transversal. One was on this side, the other is on the opposite side of the transversal. RNQ. Okay, so hope you understood what are interior alternate angle. Interior alternate angle, Z letter you have to remember. Exterior alternate angle, one here, the other on the opposite. One there, its opposite. Done? Okay. Type of angles are called as interior angles. Very simple. Okay. These interior angles, they lie on the same side of the transversal. No? Same side of the transversal, and they are inside the given two lines. They are interior, inside the given two lines. Like somebody is protecting them. Okay. So you remember the alphabet C. This way C and the other way C. So can you locate C here? Very easily. Just see. See the C. Okay. So this angle, first angle is angle CBE. Okay. The second angle, the second pair of interior angle is BEF. Are they making a C shape? I take this angle out and draw. CBE is this way, angle CBE. To complete that C shape, you need this part, no? So what is that angle? BEF. These both angles are called as interior angle. You saw, no? Both the angles lie on the same side of the line. Okay? And they are inside. They are lying inside, interior. So write down the pair of interior angle. Angle CBE. CBE's pair will be BEF. Angle BEF. You have to draw the figure and then beside write down the names of the interior. Similarly, look on the other side. Which are the pair of interior angles? I hope you got it before me. We will start with DBE. DBE is this way. DBE. To complete C shape, now you will start with BE, which is the alphabet G. So these two, again I'll give two markings now. Okay, these two were one pair of interior, these two are the other pair. Angle DBE and angle BEG. So second pair is angle DBE and angle BEG. These are the pair of interior angles. Hope it is clear. So remember the clue which I gave you for corresponding angle. It makes letter F. For interior angles, it makes letter C. And for alternate, very simple, letter Z. So today in today's class, we learned the angles formed by transversal on any two given lines. Now in the next part, we will solve the practice set. Till then, you have to draw the figures. From the first figure which I drew, you have to copy that figure, write it in your book, name the corresponding angles, name the alternate angles, name the interior angles. Be thorough. Till we meet for the next time. Take care. Bye students.